What is Gone Girl? Gone Girl is the product of every film that we've worked on for the past 8 years. From the Benjamin Button to The Social Network to Dragon Tattoo to House of Cards, we've learned from every single failure and every single success to make this movie as good as it could possibly be. We're always trying to be on the cutting edge of technology, trying new things, adopting technologies that are used for one thing and trying to use them for a different thing.
Gone Girl was when we got approached by everybody at Number 13 in order to do a completely online storage system that would have the effect of bringing everybody closer and allowing everybody to actually just do visual effects and integrate it into editorial so that the two processes were really seamless. Central storage system from Open, we provided 342 terabytes of hard drive space, and we also provided what ended up being a 36 terabyte all SSD array system in order to be able to work how we wanted to in Premiere. On the offline side of life, we used 4 Mac Pro towers, all with NVIDIA K5000s. On the online, when you'll hear Tyler describe a little bit later, or even in the video, that we wanted to right-click, send to After Effects, and immediately get that kind of responsiveness. That's where we used the HP Z820s. We had 3 main Hero workstations. The main Hero workstations consisted of Z820s with E5-2697s, top of the line, 256 gigs of RAM, NVIDIA K6000s. The guys at Fusion were very, very generous and provided us 3.2 terabytes of Fusion IO SSD that we were able to play back at a rate of 2.6 gigabytes a second. Gone Girl was a complete adventure on the storage side. We built an entire 10 gigabit Ethernet infrastructure, but we needed to be able to deliver speeds that were not common in the industry. We needed to be able to deliver them in a moment when you had to play back, and you had to play back at 500, 600 megabytes a second. Particularly when you had After Effects artists reading, writing, saving projects, scanning metadata, and doing everything else that isn't, that they could to destroy the storage system. And eventually that's what led us to the all SSD system. The all SSD system was purpose-built and designed, and it's a product that we're actually announcing tonight. It's the Open Drive's Velocity. You can have 8 people all playing back a stream of 4K on each individual workstation at 10-bit DPX because you need to. That level of interactivity and integration eventually brought our project load times down from 8 to 10 minutes down to a minute to a minute and a half. Well, I think Kirk said it best when he wouldn't have the wait for 10 minutes to open up a reel. Instead, he would actually have, a few seconds.
We shot 6K, 2-to-1 aspect ratio. That's 6144 by 3072. But when we were shooting that, something that Fincher has been doing since The Social Network has been overscanning. So on set, he was framing for 5K center extraction. From the 6144 by 3072 raster, he was extracting 5120 by 2133. Headroom, shoulder room, stabilization, just being able to reframe up, down, left, and right, any which way you want. And each time that we've had a new version of the camera, the sensor's getting larger, and we have more padding. So the reason why we chose Premiere is we kind of wanted to move closer to an online environment. By using Dynamic Link, we had the ability to send all of our dailies to After Effects comps. We want to make sure everything looks nice and polished for any time we screen the movie for Fincher or his friends. And every time that we sent something to After Effects, Kirk could keep working while we were working in the other room. So anytime we pressed save and he pressed save, it would repopulate in his timeline. The Dynamic Link projects, the After Effects comps, remained in our timeline until we got close to finalizing those scenes, at which point we delivered all of our visual effects to our compositors. We had 3 amazing compositors in-house. We also had all of our storage in-house. We never had to leave our entire facility to send those visual effects shots out. We could simply access Jeff's storage, transcode the online media, which were 10-bit DPX image sequences, send them to our visual effect compositors, all that are connected to Jeff's system. They'd be working on Fusion IO cards and using the ZA20s to do really amazing work. We did about 600 visual effects shots in-house. In addition to doing all the VFX deliverables in-house, we also did all of our online deliverables in-house. By using the NVIDIA K5000 and K6000 cards, we were able to use the GPO to accelerate our transcodes. So we didn't use a Red Rocket card, Red Rocket X. We didn't use the software to bear. We accelerated all of our transcodes near real time to output all of our online media and prep it for sending to our DI facility. So one thing that we try to do in all of our moves is to make things easier and less complicated so that we can work to the bitter end.
A lot of this is about a continued conversation, and that's one of the definite things that's happened at the Fincher environment, which is not only how can we build and get our partners to build better tools, but also how can we become better filmmakers with those tools. Ultimately, collapsing VFX into editorial, what it actually means is more creativity.